Honorable Chair, with your indulgence, it was a rumor I picked, and I spoke to Elijah about it.
Senior police officer, you are very confident to peddle rumors. Oh.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
This was a private conversation.
It doesn't matter. You see, I've never met you that we've had a private conversation, but I feel very offended that at your level of experience and intelligence, you'll be peddling rumors to me. We should be above rumors. There was substance and truth. That's what you should be doing, because the state depends on you, so we can go to bed. Imagine your intelligence on the way we should run the system is on rumors. It's fatal to our security, don't know. Why are you saying these things? Do you want us to give you a break? Do you need a break? We are not in a hurry. Yeah, you matter to us. Do you want to have a break?
Not now, Honorable Chair. Let's proceed.
Sorry, you want to proceed?
Yes.
Okay.
So the rumor was that Mr. Bediatu was the cause of all the problems. Is that the rumor you are talking about?
That is correct, Honorable Chair.
And because it was a rumor, you didn't even bother to know the problems. Is that not the case? Or you know the problems?
Honorable Chair, the rumors have made my position clear, especially when you asked about the performance of the IGP. I told you in camera the statement I made. I will make it known to you. But if it's about the rumor, then it will be a most laborious task. We hear rumors every day. Every day we hear rumors. So if you make it a duty to investigate all rumors, then you'll be in trouble.
What about if you make it a duty to spread rumor?
Superintendent, when you heard the rumor, did you do any verification? Did you take pains to confirm what you heard?
Honorable Chair, it was a social discussion. So I didn't bother to check.
Do you regret peddling the rumor in question, given that you didn't do any verification, but put it out there to the hearing of Chiburi Nabu?
Honorable Chair, on hindsight, yes, because I didn't know that they were going to make it public.
Commander Asare, you gave a very insightful explanation about lobbying. And looking at the engagement, clearly you were lobbying Chief Nabu. You wanted Chief Nabu to ensure, to work towards getting COP Mensa appointed as the IGP. Is that not correct?
Mr. Chair, far from that, that's not correct. It was Chief Bugri Nabu that invited me to his office. And the records are there.
And so when you
So that's the first answer. If not, answer the second. I'm sorry. Were you lobbying or not? Oh.
Honorable Chair, that was why I said far from that. I wasn't lobbying for anybody.
You should say so. So when you said, I want to hear something good, what was this something that you were expecting?
Honorable Chair, it is because he said that the commissioner, that's admirable to almost all the policemen, well respectable, granted the opportunity to be the head of the Ghana Police Service. Policemen will go gay. So basically, that was the feeling I expressed. And it wasn't because of lobbying.
And so, you wanted, as you have already alluded to, COP Mensah to become the IGP. And that is what you were talking about just now. Is that not it?
Granted that, Honorable Chair, granted that he's giving the nod, I'll be happy. And it is worthy of note that every policeman, my good brother and mate, now Honorable Peter, I never knew there was a middle name started by L. My middle name also starts with L, so I didn't know that. Every policeman's dream, like politicians, every politician's dream, if I'm not mistaken, is that one day he will be a minister or a president.
You are mistaken. You are mistaken. Why are you saying this thing? You are mistaken.
And in the police service, police constable that has joined the service today, his or her dream is that one day will be the IGP. So if a whole commissioner who joined the police service as a chartered accountant, yes, he joined the police with that qualification, becomes, now he's a commissioner, becomes the IGP, why not? He will be happy. And some of us who have known, who have worked under him and know his capabilities will also be happy.
Chairman, permission to just help my brother. You know, this is a public hearing. Whatever you say here, the public is listening. Commissioner Mensah didn't join the police as a chartered accountant. That correction ought to be made. The current IGP became a chartered accountant before Commissioner Mensah, and that's how come he became superintendent before Commissioner Mensah. Just a correction for the records. Thank you.
Well noted, Honorable Chair.
And so, when you said, I wanted to hear something good, that good was COP Mensah becoming the IGP. Is that not correct?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
And then, on page 24, you indicated, so I should go and look for my white dress. So when you had the assurance, you wanted to be sure, so that you go and prepare your white dress for the celebration. Is that not correct?
Yes, Honorable Chair. Black men, when we hear good news, you'll be in your white apparel.
And the good news is that the current IGP is removed and COP Mensa installed. Is that correct?
The white apparel matter I alluded to. It was made out of the statement, or in response to the statement made by Chief Bugri now. But removal and appointment, you and I do not have any right to do it. It is the sole prerogative of the president.
So you claim that the white dress comment was in response to a statement made by Chief Nabu. What was that statement?
The statement you just made.
Which one?
You just made a statement. Honorable Chair, I can't repeat everything you say here verbatim.
What I said.
Like your verbatim transcription of the audio tape.
What I said
I
was
cannot
that,
do that.
What I said was that you made the white dress comment after Chief Nabu had given you assurance that the current IGP will be removed and your favorite, your brother, your boss, COP Mensa, would be installed. Is that not correct?
That's correct, Honorable Chair.
And so were you not lobbying?
Unless I'm being given a different definition of lobbying, I wouldn't take that as lobbying.
So let me find out. Were you lobbying or you were praying? Which is which? Tell the committee, were you lobbying or you were praying that your friend becomes the IGP?
I was
or
giving,
hoping.
Honorable Chair, I was giving an information. I was just asked to make a recommendation to somebody. And I did that. And the person is saying, what he told me, it is going to be done. And I was happy.
Who sent Commissioner Mensah's CV to Chief Nabu?
Honorable Chair, I don't know. As Commissioner himself rightly said, that before he went there with me, he had already gone, some people had already taken him to see Chief. So I will not know.
Did you play any role in the Ayawaso by-election?
Of course, yes.
What specific role did you play?
Honorable Chair, during the Ayawaso West Wogon by-election within the constituency, I was the district commander for East Legon. And Ayawaso West constituency has 11 electoral areas. And I think about 2 or 3, I think 3, Bawaleshi, East Legon, and Christian Center electoral areas fell within the East Legon district out of the 11 electoral areas. And the deployment and everything was done by the regional command. So they decide who should be part of the deployment and who should not be part. So in their wisdom, I wasn't made part of the deployment. But what I remember is that when the confusion erupted at a polling station closer to the NDC candidate's house, my regional commander called me and told me that this is what is happening. This is intel. That there was a total confusion at the place I just mentioned. So I should quickly mobilize men and go there. And as humble and obedient servant, there was nothing I could do than to comply. I did exactly that. And when I went there, I used whatever technique that I had to restore calm in the area. That is all that I know about it.
On 19th of February 2019, there was this publication that was made from proceedings of the commission that investigated into the Ayawaso barbarity. This Legon commander lied. Accra Regional Police Commander tells short commission. The Greater Accra Regional Police Commander has dismissed an earlier statement by the East Legon Police Commander, that's you, that he was sidelined during the Ayawaso West Legon by-election. This is a statement made by the Commander DCOP Eduse Sapon.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is my former regional commander. I cannot use a word he lied, but he said, I lied. I didn't hear, but I read it. But what I can say here, for your records, is that I disagree with him.
Did you appear before the commission?
Of course, yes.
And then you said you were sidelined in the by-election. Is that not correct?
That is correct.
But today, you have told us a different story. That your commander charged you with the responsibility relative to the by-election. Is that not what you're saying?
Honorable Chair, maybe you didn't get me right. The statement I made was that the deployment was done at the regional level. And I went further to say that Ayawaso West Wogon constituency has 11 electoral areas. Yes. And out of this 11, 3 falls within East Legon district, police district. So I was expecting that. I made this statement at the commission that this is my district. A by-election is going to be held here. I am the commander. Then the deployment, you have taken my name out. So at the commission, at the short commission, they inquired as to whether or not, when I saw that my name wasn't in the my name wasn't in the deployment, in the list, did you complain to anybody? And I said yes. If you can still recall, I said yes. I complained to my boss. He was then Chief Superintendent, Mr. Akwesi Fori. And at the commission, I kept referring to him as Akwesi Fori, if you remember. And our former IGP, retired IGP, Mr. Kwesi Champo, was, correcting me that I should mention his name. He's my senior man. I don't have to just call him Kwesi Fori. And I was doing so because I was going to repeat it. You are here too. Chief Lieutenant Kwesi Fori was my friend. Okay, was my friend. Yes. So that was how I was calling him Akwesi. Sometimes I used to call him Akwesi. You see. So if I say that later on, the fact that you have not been deployed doesn't mean that you are not working. I am the district commander. I am not part of the exercise. But something is happening. And they have called you. Why? Was I on leave? Was I sick? I was on duty. Something has happened. He may have a very fine reason why he called me to give me that assignment. So that is not to say that I was deployed. The fact that I was not deployed doesn't necessarily mean that should anything untoward happen within your district, you will not go there. That I will not construe it to be deployment, Honorable Chair.
And so when you appeared before the commission and then you spoke under oath that you were sidelined, you spoke the truth.
Yes.
Is that not correct? That was the truth.
When I told the resort commission that I was sidelined.
Yes, that was the truth.
Yeah, of course, that was the truth.
And then the then regional commander also appeared. Then under oath, indicated to the commission that you lied. And you are saying that he was being economical with the truth. Is that correct?
Honorable Chair, I want to repeat myself that in the deployment police service, before you go for any operation, they will select men to go and do it. And I was pained in making that statement at the place, at the commission, that I have complained to you at the regional level that I'm the commander there. Why are you taking me out? To the extent that my command car was taken away from me. You understand? If I was part of the exercise, why would I complain? I wasn't part. But after they had done it, and something happened, they will call you. It doesn't matter that you were not deployed. You were not part of this. I wasn't part at all. I still stand by the statement I made. I didn't lie. So the statement that I lied, I wouldn't say my master lied, but I would say I disagree with him.
Let's proceed. Now, page 21 of the transcript. Page 21. Down there. There is Speaker 3. You've seen Speaker. Oh, is that Speaker 3? Yes, Speaker 3. Have you seen it? Matisse Enche. Page 21. Na ene minim say yabai commission no abai tie. Mo de bebo yeni wom. Makodi di ma shame white go to wait. I've heard that it will not keep long, but today I know that coming here, since the commissioner himself is here, you handle it right. You will handle it right. I have eaten. I have prepared my white attire. This is also captured in the audio as a statement having come from you. Do you confirm this?
Yes. Yes, Honorable Chair.
So when you said to Chief Nabu that you will handle it, what exactly were you talking about? You will handle it. I know, because the commissioner is here today, you handle it. What exactly were you talking about when you said you handle it? What was he to handle?
Honorable Chair, as you rightly said, on Chief Bugri Nabu did state that Enche Crown Yebeyinu, but what is contained in the tape is Enche. That was why initially I said the tape is doctored. And he made a complete statement, an emphatic statement. And as I told you, I will be happy if COP George Alex Mensah is made the IGP.
Then there is this statement. Mete say, page 22, Mete say, Odi bedia tuo kura juma. Eya me say, on kano kura enchireno. To wait, I heard he reprimanded bedia tuo. It seems he does not tell him the truth. Is this also your statement?
Honorable. Honorable, I'm happy you furnished us with verbatim transcription of the audio tape. Yes. And as you are no doubt aware, here what I see here is speaker. It could be anybody. So I don't remember. I don't remember making such a statement. I don't remember.
And then page 24. Page 24. Page 24. Alaji, spiritually, you are the controller. This statement is also attributed to you. Do you confirm?
Yes. Honorable Chair, yes.
What is the meaning of that statement? Spiritually, you are in control. What is the meaning? You are the controller. What is the meaning? What do you mean?
Honorable, what I meant by that statement is that Chief Bugri Nabu made an emphatic statement that this thing, I just want to quote him verbatim, but it will be difficult. What all that he was trying to say was that this thing, you have to fight it both physically that he can go. So it was on the premise of this that I made that, because you made us understand that I didn't even know that when you are fighting for a position, you have to fight it in two ways, both spiritually and physically.
Chief Asari, you are a man steeped in religion and Christianity, and you went there for the first time with a prophet who intercedes on your behalf. So, what was going through your mind when they were talking about other things in a different spiritual realm?
Fine question, Honorable Chair. Very, very fine question. In fact, as I did indicate, there are so many issues with this tape. So many issues. The one who doctored it actually meant something evil, because this is a conversation that we have had You see, at one point, okay, all right. What was going through my mind? I said it, but it wasn't captured in the tape. It wasn't captured in the tape. That Honorable, as for Master, he was there. As for Master, I don't think he would like these things. So he's a staunch Christian. So I don't think you buy into this idea of fighting this thing spiritually.
So the spiritually, in the context of that discussion, was juju or other things?
Honorable Chair, he mentioned some imams that he can help them pray for him. Some imams that he can help them, that can, some imams that can help him in prayers. Yeah, let me put it in a proper perspective.
What were they going to be doing apart from praying for him?
Honorable Chair, for prayers, it is a matter of belief. Me, as a Christian, that's what I believe. That if you conceive it in mind, that the prayer will come into fruition, so shall it be. If your mind is that it will not work. It will not work. That's my simple understanding of the whole thing.
Honorable Chair, just a second. Superintendent Asari, the son of Chief Bukuru Nabu, Prophet Emmanuel Bukuru Nabu, coincidentally happens to be your spiritual guidance. He's happened to be your spiritual guide. And you go to the father, and the father says, this matter, we have to add spirituality. Why didn't you avail your mind to the fact that this is the father of the prophet speaking?
Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair. Alhaji Bugri, Chief Bugri Nabu, gave two, options. Not even option aside. He mentioned two ways that whilst fighting it physically, you can fight it spiritually. And then spiritually, myself, I'm in no doubt aware that Commissioner COP George Alex Mensah is a staunch Christian. And we made that statement known to Alhaji. But he insisted that he has to also see some malams. So he recommended about three, that some in the north. Even in his statement he said it, in the tape, and in his evidence in chief to you, he stated it. That some from his village, he mentioned it here. Yes. So it was Chief Bugri Nabu himself that came forth with that suggestion.
Just, you see, Mahatma Gandhi said something one time. He said, I like your Christ, but I don't like your Christians, because your Christians are unlike your Christ. You and Commissioner Mensah are staunch Christians. Lucky enough for Commissioner Mensah, Superintendent Asari has a prophet in the name of Prophet Emmanuel Bugri Nabu. And here's a matter that has come until spirituality has come to play. Did you draw the attention of Commissioner Mensah instead of listening to the diversion or the direction of Bugri Nabu? Let's use the prophet, because you believe so much in the prophet, who happens to be your personal prophet.
Honorable Chair, belief system is relative to people. What you believe in, somebody might not believe in it. So forcing your belief system on somebody, to me, is improper. But this one, this particular one, it was Alhaji. Master knows he is a Christian, and he was well aware that he will resort to his Christian prayers. But in addition to that, Chief Bogri Nabu wanted him to as well allow him to consult some malams for him. Some malams for him. And that was why I said, Alhaji, this one here, it is your job, so no problem. You can do it if you can help.
Honorable, do you have a long way to go? No, please. Okay, please try and wind up. So we come to Vice.
Grateful,
yes.
Chairman. Grateful. You have mentioned 3 things. I just want you to clarify which one is the accurate. Earlier on, you indicated that Chief Nabu mentioned some places, and then you came back to say that he mentioned some imams, and then thirdly you said he mentioned some malams. Which of the 3 do you stand by?
Honorable Chair, I was using them interchangeably. The malams and the imams, they are the same people. The places, they are in places. So I was just using those words interchangeably.
Okay.
Yes.
So he mentioned places or imams. Which one?
The imams or the malams, they are in places.
He mentioned their names.
Oh no, he didn't mention their names. No.
Okay. Okay. Did you approve this spiritual thing? Did you approve of it?
Commissioner.
No, you approve of it. When the man said you should go the spiritual way, did you approve of it?
I told him, you are the controller, because I don't believe in those things. But if you insist, then you are the boss.
So you did not approve of it?
I did not approve of it, because I don't do those things.
Okay, page 24. Top there, speaker 3. Oh, let's start. Okay, let's start. Alhaji, but you know why you will not. I told him, you cannot. He doesn't.
Honorable Chair, which place is this?
Page 24 of the transcript, 24. 24. After speaker 3, Alhaji, speaker 3, and then Alhaji. I read, but you know why you will not. No, I told him, you cannot. He doesn't. Only contrast. You also go spiritual way. And then you responded, speaker 3, okay. What is the meaning of okay here?
Honorable Chair, he was informing me something. And I responded, okay.
I'm asking the meaning of okay.
The meaning
Yes.
of okay.
Yes. Approved. Approved. Now you should go spiritual way. And he said, okay, approved.
Honorable Chair, like I said, that spiritual matter, it was in 2 ways, either Christianity or other faiths. But he insisted, please, Honorable Chair, he insisted that he has some malams, as I use those words interchangeably, or imams. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then the same page, the last one. Alhaji, but there are certain things I cannot use my own to do it. You understand me? So that yes, you are working, but you should not sit down and say you are working. This kind of job, like the President, IGP, Chief of Defense Staff, Army Commander, these are the people controlling most money in the country affairs. And they need spiritually, because if they are going to do this thing, I and you will not be there. And then you remarked, you and I were not there. And then you burst into laughter. Is it your statement, you and I were not there?
That's correct.
Mr. Chairman, this is my last question. Page 25. I thought by now, Alaji, page 25. Alaji, I thought by now you would have come to me so that it will help me. Yes, people like you. Let me repeat. I thought by now you would have come back to me so that it will help me. Yes, people like you, like me. People like me. And then you said, okay. What is the meaning of that?
Honorable Chair, this okay attributed to me, I don't understand it, but if I should try, I don't understand it.
I'm done.
Your colleague is not satisfied. So he's requested to ask you one question. Then, Madam, would you want to have your turn? Okay, then we'll come to Madam, because I want to give the virtually the last space to Vice. And then I don't have many questions at all because I started the introduction. So please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Chairman, for just a question. We are trying to assist the public. Superintendent Asari, if I may be allowed to put it this way, you and your brother, your boss, your preferred candidate for IGP, Commissioner George Mensah, painted the picture that the current Inspector General of Police is not managing the police service well. Is that right?
No, Honorable Chair.
I thought you said if they change him and put your boss there, you'll be very happy. Am I wrong?
Honorable Chair, I've never made this statement here. Change. I've never used the word change today here in the Office of Parliament. Change, no.
Okay, but if they appointed Commissioner Mensah, automatically they can't have two IGPs. The current one will be gone, and you'll be very happy. Is that right?
Honorable Chair, because Chief Bugri Nabu said the current IGP was going to be changed. So it didn't come from any of us.
Can I read just CR 76, Regulation 6, Regulation 6.1 and 6.3, just for the edification of the public, and your comment will be required. Regulation 6.1, the Inspector General of Police is the head of the service and subject to the provisions of Article 202 of the Constitution and to the control and direction of the Council. It is responsible for the operational control and administration of the Ghana Police Service. I just want you to take note of control and direction of the Council. The Council here is talking about the Police Council. Regulation 6.3 says, the Inspector General of Police shall be assisted by the Deputy Inspector General of Police. So here we have the Inspector General of Police in the middle. Below him is the Deputy Inspector General of Police who is supposed to assist him. Above him is a Police Council. So when you impugn non-performance, on the IGP, by extension it's an indictment on the Police Council, and the lack of a Deputy Inspector General of Police. Your comment on this, just your personal comment. You are a police officer.
Honorable Chair, I'm surprised to hear this from my brother, Honorable Utu. I've never made that statement here. And in the tape, I never made that comment or statement in it. So I'm surprised to hear this. That I'm impugning somebody's performance. No. If you can play that side for me to hear, impugning somebody's performance. No, I haven't made that statement.
So, Superintendent Asare, I only ask for your comment vis-a-vis what the law says. The law says above the IGP there is a police council. Below the IGP directly is a Deputy Inspector General of Police who is supposed to provide him with assistance. The IGP doesn't have a deputy, but the IGP has a police council. Should anybody impugn the integrity of the performance or capacity of the IGP, do you think that it also be an indictment on the supervisor? That is to say, the police council. I just asked for your honest comment. I didn't say that you said that.
No.
That is enough. That is enough. So let me yield to the only member of parliament who is a female and also a former police officer. So right now, how many police officers have joined us as members of parliament? Only 2 here. Okay. So I think you're going to hear a voice which is not of a male, so you know how to answer questions.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, and sorry for coming because I had to travel and then I missed my flight as well. Sorry, Commissioner, I have few questions to ask.
Thank you for promoting me to Commissioner. I appreciate it.
Sorry, Superintendent Asare. I want to delve into the conspiracy to remove the IGP. And so I have few things for you to affirm or deny. Is Bugri Nabu, Chief Bugri Nabu, a friend of yours?
No, Honorable Chair.
From the evidence given earlier by Chief Bugri Nabu, you initiated the meeting because you came to him and then introduced Commissioner Mensah to him as someone fit to become an IGP. Is that so?
That is not so, Honorable Chair. In his statement, he told the committee that before he met the two of us in his office, he had already met Commissioner to the extent that his CV was even given to him. That's Commissioner's CV was given to him. So,
very well. On that said date, per Chief's evidence, you were supposed to meet around 4 p.m. and the message was conveyed through you to the others. But unfortunately, you were the last to come for that meeting. Is it?
Honorable Chair, it is true I was the last to go to his office, but it wasn't others. The people that met to have that conversation in Alhaji's office were 3. Myself, Commissioner, and Chief Bugri Nabu were only 3. But I was the last to go there because at a point I wasn't getting the import. Why so many calls? I didn't know that there was something, there was a danger awaiting me. But my instincts were telling me not to go. Had it not been that Commissioner called me finally, I wouldn't have gone. Because why? I don't need anything from you. What is it so special about this invitation? Calling me 12 times consecutively in a space of three hours. What at all was his intention? I didn't know.
Superintendent, you had earlier on agreed with these two people to have a meeting. And you all agreed that we'll be meeting at 4 p.m. So why is it that later you decided not to turn up on time? That's what I wanted to know.
Mr. Chair, that wasn't an agreement. It wasn't an agreement. It wasn't an agreement. That I want to see you. Come. I don't see that as an agreement. And as I indicated, I was late because my instincts were telling me not to go because the calls were too many. 12 calls.
Did Alhaji call you after the tape has been leaked?
That is correct, Honorable Chair.
And what was his words? Can you tell the committee?
Honorable Chair, after the tape had leaked, I didn't know. Somebody, a friend of mine, called me. I've been hearing your voice on air. Why? Have you had a meeting with somebody that has come out in the public domain? So I asked that the person sends me a copy of it. He sent it to me, and I listened, and it was my voice. Then I realized, hey, Alhaji, so was that the reason why he was calling me left, right, center like that? So he asked, when Alhaji called, later Alhaji called, Asante. He called me Asante. Asante. I thought maybe he was confusing my name Asari for Asante. So I didn't ask any question. Why? Why have you given the thing out? They are playing the tape. Why did you do that? And then I just hung up.
He referred to you as Asante.
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 Not Asari.
Not Asari. Asante.
All right. Okay. You proceed.
Asante. So, in fact, because somebody had earlier on called me to tell me this is what has happened, in fact, I wasn't happy. Why do you do this to me? And then later turn around and come and ask me, Asante, why have you done this? What is the meaning of all this?
So by your reckoning, Chief Bukri Nabu called the wrong person. Can you deduce that?
That is it. That's correct.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Superintendent Asari, Buri Nabu is on record as having said that when he called you, you actually threatened him. Did you do that?
Honorable Chair, I have listened carefully to the tape three times. The one that was played when Chief Bugri Nabu appeared before you. And then the 2 times the tape was played. I listened carefully to it. Bugri Nabu didn't say that when he called me, I threatened him. What he did state was that when he called, I just hung up the phone. And then later on, his son, maybe you can play it again, you will hear this one. His son came to tell him, that he said, my son came to tell him that I have threatened that he will see that trying to suggest that I threatened him through his son, Prophet Emmanuel Tei Bugrinaru, but not him directly. That was not what he said, Honorable Chair.
But did you have any discussion with Prophet Urinabu after the audio had leaked?
Of course, yes, Honorable Chair.
What did you tell Prophet Urinabu after the tape had leaked?
It could be either I called him or he called me, asking me about what has happened. And then he started, initially, he knew or he thought, let me choose my words carefully, he thought it was his father that leaked the tape, that recorded us and leaked the tape. So when he called, he condemned his father for that singular act of his. That you invite people to your office, you record them, and then put it out into the public domain. But later, upon further inquiries, remember I'm a policeman, for investigations I'm very smart. But that side, when we meet in camera, you will know who did the recording, who was sent by who, and on what promise to who. You will get it when we meet in camera. And you will see that this inquiry that has been set up, it will either be a causing financial loss to the state by somebody.
Yes, my good brother. Why were you trying to tell the committee that you were a good investigator?
I'm sorry, apologies.
Yes, because you can't set your own exams. And then when you finish marking, you want to give yourself a grade. Yeah. Well, I'm only poking fun, but okay, let my sister finish. Then you conclude. Go ahead.
Superintendent, Chief Bugri Nabu informed this committee that wasn't the full tape. You are also alluding to the fact that the tape is doctored. Why do you think somebody would doctor that tape? And if so, who do you think would have done this?
Honorable Chair, these are some of the matters that I promised the committee that I want to do it in camera because it concerns national security. It's a serious matter. I want to do it in camera.
My last question. Let me take you to page 76 of the transcript. I think our last sitting. Mr. Mensah said, Mr. Chairman, my intel suggests that what was used to tape the conversation was done by the current IGP. He sent some people to do it, after which he went for it. So the tape from my intel is with the IGP, and he caused it to be leaked. So if this committee wants the tape, the right person to call blah blah is the IGP. And then I want to know, why do you think Commissioner Mensah will make such a statement?
Honorable Chair, with your indulgence, I also have the same intel.
That Sorry.
I also have the same intel that, yes, I also have the same intel that the IGP agreed with Bugri Nabu after Bugri Nabu had gone to inform the IGP that somebody wants your post, so he has come to me, to the extent that the CV that was collected from commissioner and sent to Bugri Nabu by those boys, they are two. They are prepared to come here and testify. They are two. They collected it, sent it to Bugri Nabu. Bugri Nabu gave the CV that was intended for the appointing authority. He gave it to the IGP. I would want that. I would be happy that I say more when I'm in camera, because it is not a healthy development at all.
Chairman, including the two boys. I said two boys.
Including the two boys. If you could remember, when Alaji called me, he knows my name, Amasari, but God works under mysterious circumstances. I don't know what moved Bugri Nabu into calling me Asante. And this Asante, per our intel, is a corporal or sergeant that has been promoted to go to police college to become an ASP. And this same ASP, it was Mr. Commissioner George Alex Mensah that made him go to the peacekeeping mission. But let me say this in camera.
I don't know whether I should put my last question because of the answer you just gave, but let me just play the devil's advocate. If someone says that day you were late because you knew that conversation or that meeting was going to be recorded, what would be your answer to that person?
The person, maybe he was joking, it's not true. How can that be? How can I record myself and put it out in the public domain? I can't do that.
Chairman, thank you. I think
I'm grateful to you, Honorable Member. Now let's go to the Vice Chairman, who's whispered to me privately that he will not write an encyclopedia.
No. Yes. Chairman, I don't have too many questions to ask because Superintendent Asare has given indication that he would want to speak to certain important matters in camera. Most of my questions would have elicited from him answers, but he has already indicated he would want to respond to in camera. So I would oblige him that, but just to seek clarification on a few issues, and then I yield to you, Chairman. Okay. Yes. Superintendent Asare.
Mr. Chair.
Let me take you straight to page 22, where you spoke Twi and described someone as area mama. Say what name? Area mama. That's a coded name. You want to...
Mr. Chair, the page again.
So page 23. Yes, of Exhibit 1. The first paragraph. You describe someone as area mama. Say we name area mama. I mean, area mama is a coded name. Who is area mama?
Honorable Chair, that's the name you all know.
You don't know the real name of area mama?
Not at all, Honorable Chair.
Okay. But where does she work?
To be honest, where she works, I cannot tell. But what I know is that she lives in Wager area. And she's an assemblywoman, whatever. That's what I know.
Now, you made a very emphatic statement in one of your answers to either Peter or Eric, Honorable Peter or Eric, that before you sign off, you say something before this committee. What's that?
That is before the entire proceedings.
Yes.
Yes, has come to an end, both in camera and public hearing.
Okay, so you intend that the sign off here should happen in camera?
No. What
the statement you would make when you are signing off.
That when we are done, when the whole proceedings has come to, an end.
Which proceedings?
That I'm talking about my appearance before you.
You mean today?
No, today and in camera.
Okay.
Sorry.
Superintendent Asare, you earlier stated that you were not going to, in fact, you expressed regret for making the statement to the effect that Bediatu does not tell the president what is going on. You express regret for that. Now, let me take you to page 23, where the same Bediatu featured in a comment you made. Bediatu and the man are like this. Dampari. What? When you say Bediatu and the man are like this, Dampari, you want to explain what that means? Page 23.
Honorable Chair, if you remember, I want to cast your mind back. That the tape itself is not correct. Because what is written here, it doesn't even make sense to me.
Senior, don't say that. Don't say that the tape itself is not correct.
Sorry for want for better word.
Yes, part of the tape, from your perspective, is not correct. You get the point. Because you said there's been edited and you have also admitted your voice. Yeah.
You are right, Honorable Chair. But in my answer to Deputy Chair's question, the statement is even incomplete. The statement is incomplete. So it will be difficult for me to make meaning out of it. In a conversation, so many things happen. You can even make a statement, something will come in and you will even forget what you intended to say. So sorry for that. I can't tell exactly what I meant to say as per what is contained here.
But Superintendent Asare, you keep saying that the tape was doctored. Would you be kind enough to indicate which part of the tape you believe is doctored for the purposes of the committee. Because you know, one of our tasks is to authenticate the audio. So if there are aspects that you believe are doctored, you need to point out so that we take note.
Yes. Regarding this exercise, hold on, sir. Regarding the exercise of pinpointing which aspects of the tape are doctored and which are not, we need to go and do it and then submit it to us. I know it's going to take us a very long time. So take your time. You have the benefit of lawyers, and then you mark from your perspective where you think it's not valid and where you think it's very, very valid and correct. So that when we bring you back, which certainly we are going to bring you back, you give it to us. So for now, I do not believe that this is a very good time to go through this laborious exercise, and I'm not going to adjourn like we did before for you to do the comparison. So first of all, you have the benefit of the audio, and you have the benefit of the verbatim reporting, and we'll give you space outside, the proceedings, and take your time and do it. And when we next call you, you bring it to us. We will tender it. Is that okay with you?
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
I agree that initially I told you the voice in the tape is mine. But there has been some cuts and pieces put together. But it will be difficult. It was a conversation that we had.
No, it will be difficult.
Especially this one, this particular one.
Senior,
it is an incomplete statement.
Take your time. You see, I'm saying that because of challenges of memory, we'll give you the space. Take the audio, take the verbatim reporting, the transcript that you have here, and do a juxtaposition. You know. And then mark it for our benefit, that's all. You have the benefit of two lawyers to help you.
Mr. Chair.
No. Yes.
Honorable Chair, I think at the last date, when COP was given the same opportunity, we joined his legal team to do that piece of exercise. And I think it's just one area that he complained of. And I'm of the view that if he be given the opportunity, he would be able to explain that particular portion to the chair, so that we don't waste. Yes, yes.
Okay, fine.
Clarify something. You see, the last time we did the juxtaposition, it was done. I know that you asked for permission to join them, and when you return, when we resumed from break, it was COP Alex Mensah who gave indication as to which portions of the transcript and the audio did not match. So it was his markings that this committee took note of and duly admitted the exhibit and labeled same as Exhibit 1. You see? So my question is, do you also, counsel, I need your attention here, do you also want to go along with the indication COP Alex Mensah gave this committee with regards to the portions he marked as not matching well with the audio?
Honorable Chair, what the witness is saying is that there's just one portion of the transcript that he has issues with. And that is what he intends to draw the committee's attention to.
But do you identify with the extensions that were made by Commissioner of Police Mensah? You said when it was not your turn, you took advantage of the winnowing, if you like, and you were part of it together with the lawyers. So, would you want to identify with Exhibit 1, which COP Mensah was so clear in his mind that he has validated some, and some he doesn't agree? Do you want to do that and then comment on that small bit of Exhibit 1? Is that what you want to do?
Honorable Chair, most of the areas that COP identified were times that he was not present during the meeting, so he wouldn't be able to talk about those areas.
So you will not be able to identify with what COP Mensah agreed.
That is so.
But in respect of Exhibit 1, there is an area which you want to comment upon.
That is so.
Okay. How long are you going to make this commentary?
Which I think it will be very brief, maybe.
All right. So let's listen to you. Show us, what page do you have in mind?
I believe page 24.
Page 24.
After, I think the first one is, then Alhaji says he will come back before June. Yes. According to the witness, the meeting was held on the 19th of June. And for Alhaji to indicate here that someone was coming back before June, it presupposes that this area meant that the meeting was held before June. This portion, as captured in the transcript, suggests that it was in relation to a different meeting apart from the one that he confirms he had with Alhaji and COP Mensah.
Okay. So this portion, it doesn't validate. Is that so?
That is so.
All right. Answer, have you finished yours? I want to test mine. So let me just say.
Yes, so you earlier stated that you were once district commander of East Legon at the time the Ayawaso West Walk-on by-election was conducted. Now, after serving as commander of that particular district, where were you posted to?
Honorable Chair, from East Legon, I was posted to Achimota 7 District.
As commander?
That's correct, Honorable Chair.
And how long did you spend at Mile 7 as commander?
Honorable Chair, it will be difficult to give the correct date or period.
Roughly 2 years, 1 year?
Yeah, roughly 1 year, let me put it that way.
Okay.
Roughly.
Right. So was it from my 7, you now proceeded to the headquarters?
That's correct, Honorable Chair.
So with the protocol outfit at the headquarters, is that correct?
That's correct, Honorable Chair.
Do you have problems with that?
Honorable, no, far from that. I don't have a problem. I don't have authority over transfers.
So you are happy as a protocol officer within the police service?
Happy as in terms of what? Job. My job. Honorable Chair, that's correct. I'm happy. I'm working. Some people don't have a job, and I'm working. They've sent me to a place. Why not? I'm happy.
I will yield. Thank you.
I don't belong at all.
Superintendent Asare.
Honorable Chair.
Was it the case that at the time you recommended to Chief Bugrid Nabu that Commissioner Mensah is an IGP material? Was he on terminal leave?
As at the time, that is correct. That is correct.
So why did you want to recommend to Chief Bugrid Nabu that a man who was almost finished should become the IGP?
Honorable Chair, for me, it is not strange because we've had IGPs who are on contract basis. And that was why I said the appointment of the IGP, it didn't say that you have to be an active or a serving member or somebody who is retired. So, per what the Constitution says, the President in consultation with the Council of State shall appoint the Inspector General of Police, but it didn't specify whether you should be on retirement or you should be in active service.
It seems to me you have a historical record of your profession. Do you know of any IGPs who had retired and were brought back on contract to become IGPs? Or police officers who were retired, I'm sorry, no IGPs.
Mr. Chair, I don't know of any IGP who was on retirement.
I corrected myself. Any retired senior police officer who was then brought back on contract to become an IGP?
I don't have anyone in mind.
Fine. Now, you remember you saw on oath. You remember?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
And you understand the full implications of perjury.
That's correct, Honorable Chair.
Very good. Now, let me find out from you. Did you ever appear before the National Investigations Bureau in relation to this same matter?
Honorable Chair, that is correct. Can I continue, Honorable Chair?
You can.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Yes, after the leakage of the, I call it so-called tape, leak tape, I was invited by the National Investigations Bureau, and I went. So when I went there, they interrogated me on this same tape as regards who did the recording, number one. Number two, who leaked it. I told them my side of the story, that I don't know anything about it. And there, an ASP at the police office, at the police headquarters, PID unit, by name ASP Kenneth Asante, the BNI officers asked me, what is the relationship between the two of us? And I told him, I don't even know, I'm hearing the name for the first time. It was later on that I saw the guy, and I said, oh, was it not this guy that was in Accra region or the room? I don't know him. I don't know him. But Commissioner also go there, I went there. But what I gathered from there, Bugri, after the leakage, Bugri Nabu's special assistant, by name SK, was picked up in that morning by the NIB officers. And then the secretary was also picked up. And eventually, Chief Bugri Nabu was also invited to the place. These people, per my reliable information, apart from Alhaji Bugri Nabu, who went there and lied as usual. And he has lied on several occasions. I have Alhaji Bugri Nabu on tape. Everything he came to say here, on video, in his office, the same office. His relationship with IGP and contracts, 40,000 boots contracts.
My brother, you were very good and said you speak in camera. Have you forgotten yourself? Yes. Ask your very
Honorable Chair,
question
sorry.
whether you appear before the
Honorable
NIB.
Chair, sorry.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, I'm
all right.
Sorry.
On this note, I think it is very opportune that a lot of things will happen in camera, and in good time we'll call you, and all those who matter to do the business in camera. And if I have the permission of members, I want to release a witness, and then we will have an in-house meeting, and then later on we inform the general public and the press our next agenda date. So Superintendent, this is a private one, but I'm saying it public. Do you intend doing your masters or something whilst you are in the police service? Maybe you want to, expand the boundaries of your knowledge for promotion and the rest of it.
exactly so, Honorable Chair.
Okay, then please, when you apply, let me know, so that I'll give you assistance. You need to climb up,
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair.
Right now, what I'm seeing is that in the professions, the first degree is not enough. So please push hard and see how you become very relevant for tomorrow. On this friendly note, you are released, but not discharged. Thank you very much.
I'm sure we are grateful.
Yes. Oh, Craven.
Active TV, seeing beyond.